you for joining us for Talk Pittsburgh. It is Thursday. The holiday weekend is just around the corner, so we have a lot planned today, including what if death isn't the final curtain call? A new film is using artificial intelligence to recreate actor Val Kilmer long after his final role. Why reaction is mixed and what this could mean for the future of movies. Plus, when's the last time you grabbed a meal at Rivers Casino? Well, the hunt for late night bites doesn't have to be a gamble. Ahead, how pressing your luck on the North Shore can pay off big. That and so much more coming up this hour. First, Pittsburgh, let's get you caught up on your hometown headlines. Here's your bird's eye view in under 90 seconds.
The board stands with the community. As parents, friends, and neighbors, we share the outrage.
You failed everybody here. We can either vote you out like Rich Bauer, or you can do the right thing and step down.
Keeping an eye on Washington County and new this morning, some former Three Rivers Stadium seats that used to be housed at EQT Park are now up for sale.
The full seat with the arms and everything is $75. You can buy them on the Wild Things website, and that's kind of cool to have in your home. Your favorite tailgating spot may not be there.
So our John Shumway is here with what you need to know if you're heading to the North Shore tomorrow. John.
Yeah, that plaza you were talking about used to be Lot 4, and that was a really popular spot for Pirate fans to tailgate. Alco Parking says there will be some $20 parking spaces in the lots along Laycock Street underneath the expressway. And there's always Nova Place, which is just a short walk from the ballpark.
Well, John Shumway went on to say a parking spot at the casino on a game day will cost you $50. All right. And with that, let's try to save you some money where we can. Every Friday, the KDK Morning News team has been bringing you tips and tricks to save money and spend it where it really counts. Morning anchor Erica McKay is joining me now. And Erica, these stories have really had an impact on our viewers. Yes. Have there been any of your, any favorite tips or tricks?
So I've learned really so much doing this segment, but I think that the one thing that I learned is that the best thing to do, and maybe the most obvious thing to do, is to just ask. So basically, the woman that I've been doing this with, Andrea Warrock, she is the consumer person that I have been talking to about these stories. And she is basically saying that specifically regarding online shopping, what have you, if there is one of those promo code boxes, that means that there is a discount out there. So just ask the question. Either ask via the online chat. You know, you sometimes see that at the bottom of your screen there.
Yes.
Or ask on even the social media accounts, like if you message their Facebook page, if you message their Instagram page, asking if there's a discount.
Oh, that's smart.
Isn't that smart?
Do you know what I do sometimes? I Google promo code, and then I put in that company, and oftentimes I can find something.
Absolutely. Or sometimes she also recommended if you go to Reddit and look up discount codes. Oh, all of those Redditors, they are gathering everything. They have it in a line just for you to check out. Even if you just look at an influencer's Instagram. TikTok page.
Yes.
Sometimes they have them listed there as well. But also, if you're in store, it doesn't hurt to even ask the associate, hey, is there a discount that I may be missing? And you never know what that could turn into.
And you know, both you and I, we are not shy about this. We love to shop. So we will ask.
Please.
We will
Absolutely.
We love a good savings.
It's worth it. And it may be free shipping, it may be 10% off, but hey, it's something.
Yeah, it's something. I'll take it. So tomorrow's Friday, and lately here at KDK, that means it is Frugal Fridays. That plus the Pirates home opener. We're trying to figure out ways to save money at the ballpark.
Yeah, absolutely. So, everyone has a budget right now, especially at this time.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
So I think PNC really understands that, and they understand what an experience it is really for families to go to the ballpark. So we're going to be talking about some discounts, some package deals that'll help you to spend a day at the ballpark, but not spend your entire paycheck.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
As long as I can get a hot dog, I'm happy. You too?
And the ice cream with the sprinkles in the little plastic hat.
We don't ask for much.
No,
we don't
we're simple.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. All right, well, ahead this hour, we are revealing your answers to our Talk Pittsburgh question of the week a day early. How about that? What's the one holiday must-have your family refuses to skip, no matter how busy life gets? Your response is just ahead. Plus, you usually put your electronics away at the theater, but Boaz is introducing us to a new play that asks the audience to put on a pair of headphones. I can't wait to hear about that. And next, we're breaking down the ultimate ranking of the restaurants at Rivers Casino. Gazette food writer Hobie Klein is here. Plus, we're playing a little supper slots game. Talk Pittsburgh. We'll be right back. All right, take a step back in time with us this afternoon. Back to the heyday of Las Vegas in the 40s and the 50s, when Old Blue Eyes and the Rat Pack ran the town, and the Golden Nugget was a brand new luxury casino. Things have changed a lot in the last 8 decades, including for many Vegas spots, the days of all-you-can-eat buffets. Now that's a shame. And while Vegas has evolved, you don't have to go far for a good bite. Rivers Casino on the North Shore has 4 restaurants, and one local food writer has tried them all. He is here to dish and stack the deck in your favor. Welcome, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette senior food writer and dining critic, Hobie Klein. I'm glad you're doing this type of work for all of us. I wish I could join you.
Yes, next time. Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the restaurants at Rivers Casino. What did you love and what did you hate?
So there's a lot there. So first of all, alas, the all-you-can-eat buffet at the Rivers Casino is long gone, and it's not coming back, which is sad.
So sad.
Because we love an all-you-can-eat.
We do.
But I loved, there's a hamburger place there called Flipped that I would say is like just as good as like any like fast food, like high-end, like better fast food hamburger spot. Really ooey gooey. They have this breakfast burger with this like egg that like melts into the burger with well-cooked bacon. You know, you need like a bunch of napkins.
You're making me hungry already, Hal. I love a good burger.
So that place is great. They also have really good milkshakes there, which I really like, you know, especially if you're at the casino and you don't want to drink, but you want to have something nice.
That's the next best thing.
Yeah, and then they have a place called Wheelhouse, which is like their sports bar. And you get all the great sports bar foods there. They have a really good Italian wedding soup, surprisingly. I was like very surprised by that one.
Soup, yes.
And that place is like huge. The beer is inexpensive there, which is nice. You can watch a game. You can have a nice sandwich.
Oh, that's fun.
The wings are good.
Yeah.
There's a Chinese restaurant, or sort of Pan-Asian restaurant called Mian, which is like a sort of Panda Express spin. That one's a little bit more uneven. There are a few things there that are great, and then other things there that don't work quite as well.
Okay. I love how you distinguish that. That's good.
And then Moderano's Prime, which is the signature restaurant, and I think that's the one where they could still use the most work.
Okay, I've been there before.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a great space. The service there is incredible, actually.
Yes.
Our server, I remember the night that I went, we were like, man, this guy is like really enjoying his job and he's facilitating a fun experience. But for the price, I think they could work a little bit on their precision of what they're putting out.
I see. Because
it could be a real draw and a real gem.
Absolutely. My question is, did you eat at all of these places in the same day?
No. No, I spent like a month.
I see.
Yeah, I spent like a month doing it. I went to a couple of them a few times. I really got invested in this story.
I got it. Okay, I was going to say, that would be really impressive.
No, I'm capable of impressive feats of eating.
Yes.
But that, even for me, would have been a little too far. That would have been hard. Okay.
Yeah. And you also wrote a really great article about, because people complain that there's no real late night places to go and eat in Pittsburgh. And you found some.
I found a bunch. I found more than 20.
Wow.
That are open after midnight. I decided to set a high bar for the criteria for late night, which is after midnight.
Yes.
And I found more than 20 places that, at least on Fridays and Saturdays, but often more than that, are open until 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
How did you find these places?
A combination of just like Google search and just like walking around, not at 2 a.m.
Okay.
I commit to the bit, but that's a little too much, but
What are some of those places? Are we looking at one of them now here?
Yeah, so that was, so right now we're looking at Pizza Bari, which is downtown, that people probably walk by this place all the time and think it's just a generic pizza shop, but it's actually an Uzbek restaurant that serves pizza. So our city has like this bustling Uzbek community, and you can get really incredible traditional Uzbek food until I think like 2 a.m. almost every night downtown.
That's exactly what I want.
Which is great, right?
Yes.
And then before that, we saw Cold Friends Kitchen at New Amsterdam, which is a bar in Lawrenceville, and their motto is, if the bar's open, the kitchen's open. And that is like smash burgers, pork belly bites, some good vegetarian stuff. It's really great. There's a place called Little Corner Grill House in Oakland that does hot pots and skewers. That's locally owned. There's another place called K-Pot on the south side, which is also hot pots, but also Korean barbecue at the same time, and has a little buffet.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm just imagining you on like a bicycle, like riding around this restaurant.
Truly, though, I have an e-bike.
I'm glad that you found all of these places for us, and we wanted to take this opportunity to play a little game with you because
boy,
you
all right.
are a food critic.
Yes.
So we want you to judge some random dishes that we found. These are some of the most extravagant meals that you can eat in Las Vegas, and so you will be judging on presentation only. Okay.
Brilliant.
So up first we have charred octopus. This is from a restaurant called Amaya. So what do we think about this?
I've actually been to that restaurant.
Of course
I
you
haven't
have.
had that dish, but yeah. It's one of the few fine dining restaurants in Vegas that I've been to. I mean, I think it looks beautiful. I think people who might be a little afraid of seeing, like a whole octopus might be a little put off by it,
Like
but I like
me.
the garnishes, yeah.
Yes, it's a little intimidating.
It could be, yeah.
Yes. But
Yeah.
you like that restaurant?
Yeah, it's a great restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next we have Black Forest. Is it pecan? Pycon?
Oh, wow.
Pie-caken.
Pie-caken. Pie-caken.
Okay. It looks like a pie-caken.
Oh my God, pie-caken.
Restaurant High Steaks. Yes, that looks interesting.
That looks like too much.
Yes,
that
so
looks like it's too
that's
much.
cherry pie in front of
Wow.
a cheesecake.
Okay.
Inside of a cheesecake. That's a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
What do we think about this?
This also, according to the description, they have dramatic seafood towers and show-stopping
Yes.
desserts.
This
so-
looks dangerous to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, this looks like a thing that someone saw somewhere and was like, let's do that, but bigger, because it's Vegas.
I would never put cherry pie together with cheesecake.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna say yeah on that one, but no. Saphir de Sucre. This is a sugar sphere at restaurant Joel Rubicon.
Rubicon. Yeah.
Rubicon. That's French.
Yeah.
What do we think about this? I don't even know.
I
what
bet
we're
that's
looking at.
amazing. This guy, so this has been the classic high-end Vegas restaurant
Yes.
way before anything else came in.
This looks like artwork.
It looks like artwork.
It's too pretty to eat.
It is, but then you smash it and it's beautiful. And this is a restaurant that actually really set the standard for this kind of cuisine. So I would say this is one of those, maybe once in a trip. Like if you want this like one time.
One time, and
on
then
a
that's
trip,
it.
once a year, that kind of wild experience. And if you're gonna do it, I do think you should go to a place like this
Like that, to
because
try it.
they are doing it,
Yeah.
at the highest level. They're setting the standard for this.
All right.
Unlike the caken.
Yes, the pepcaken. No
Yeah.
pepcaken. All right, Hal. That was fun. You're such a good food critic. Okay. All right. You can read more from Hal on the Post-Gazette's website. We'll link you up at kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. Well, next on the show, Trey Fulbright's keeping an eye on that Easter weekend forecast. Hey, Trey.
Hey, Mikey, yeah, things are going to get pretty active the next couple of days. A lot of changes on the way you'll want to pay close attention to. We'll break down what you can expect if you're traveling right after this.
All right, bring in meteorologist Trey Fulbright. I know a lot of people have plans over the holiday weekend. People want to get out. Maybe they're going to church. What's the weather going to look like?
Well, it is early April, and so that often comes with some big changes in our weather pattern. I want to show you what we've got going on for Saturday for any folks that may be traveling or doing anything outdoors. It'll be warm to start. Most of the day will be dry, but as we head into the afternoon, that warm, moist air will set us up for showers and storms. Those start to the west and central Ohio. Then on Sunday, we start the day with some showers. Now, note, you see that high that's at 68 for us here in Pittsburgh. That high will occur at midnight, and temperatures will be falling through the day. It'll be blustery and much cooler as well.
Yeah, but still not too bad, it looks like.
Yeah, not too bad. I would say if you're doing an Easter egg hunt or anything like that, the ground may be saturated because it's just been raining so much as of late.
All right, well, thanks so much, Trey. All right, so we have Erica. She is back for our question of the week, and I'm so excited about that. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the question of the week. What is the one holiday must-have your family refuses to skip no matter how busy life gets? So I will pose that question to you, Mikey. Is there anything that you guys have to do?
I just mentioned it. We go to church.
Yeah.
We go to church every Sunday, every Easter Sunday, and it's something no matter what's happening. you can't miss it because it always gets us back on track.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Just with life in general.
Exactly.
How about you?
Absolutely. So we do church as well, but the one thing that we have been doing for as long as I can remember is we do an Easter egg hunt. It started at my grandmother's house. She would hide them all throughout the house, usually because it wasn't very nice outside. The weather was kind of crummy. Now it has transitioned to my aunt's house.
Yes.
And now that we have grown up, my cousins, we now do an adult Easter egg hunt.
I love that.
There is a golden egg that is hidden somewhere.
What's in the golden egg?
We each contribute $10. And it brings the pot to about $50. So we are out for blood
Yes,
when
you
it
wanna
comes to this egg.
buy that egg.
Out for blood, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so you just made me think, like, maybe I need to do an Easter egg hunt for Logan in the house.
He would love to.
He would love that.
He would love to do
Okay,
it.
we're going to do it. Okay, so Danielle on Facebook says, glow-in-the-dark Easter egg hunt.
perfect.
My son loved it, and now it's the grandkids' favorite thing about Easter.
That is
love
such
that.
a great idea. Dan on Facebook said, the only thing we do is celebrate the resurrection of Jesus
Yes.
Christ and have ham
for dinner. Now I need to get a ham. So I'm getting all of these ideas here. Lynn on Facebook says, pickled beets and eggs.
Oh, are
Okay.
you a pickled egg fan?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Lynn, not a pickled egg fan.
No.
But Eddie on Facebook said that they just bring family together, which is perfect. That's all you need.
Yeah. Virginia says, Easter bread.
Delicious.
Yes, so good.
On that food note, Debbie says ham and cheese taters, which, you know what, Debbie? I am on board. Anything with carbs, I will take it.
Cheesy taters.
Do you guys
It's like,
do a
or
cheesy
it's like the
potato?
cheese in the tater tots, or like
Girlfriend,
on
have
top.
you not had
I've
cheesy
never
potato-
had. I know.
Oh my gosh, they're like little potatoes.
Yeah.
And then it's cheese. Sometimes they do a crispy topping on the top, kind of like a
Missing
casserole,
out.
like a hot dish, if you will.
Really?
Mikey, you've never had?
No.
Someone, please.
Someone help me.
It's a staple.
Mary Ann says the lamb and the nap, all in caps.
Yeah.
It's the nap. Yes.
It's necessary. All of that's
All of it,
necessary.
yes.
Egg hunts, ham, cheesy potatoes. We got to get you on board
We
for
gotta
that.
get on board and naps. Yes, okay. I have a whole Easter weekend now. That's so
all we're doing.
much
Yeah.
that I've gotten from this. Thank you, Erica.
No problem.
All right, we'll still to come on Talk Pittsburgh. The internet, as we know it, may be about to change, and it's all because of the metaverse. Find out if this digital world could be on the brink of doom. And did you know that there's a hidden art deco theater tucked underground in Oakland? Next, Boaz is taking us there and telling us about a unique theatrical experience that starts tomorrow. Well, Quantum Theater is known for staging plays in unique spots across the Pittsburgh area. They've staged Shakespeare at a steel mill and Greek epics at skating rinks. Boaz caught up with the theater company as they prepare for their latest production at a rarely seen space in Oakland.
I'm here at the Mellon Institute in Oakland to meet up with the folks at Quantum Theater who are putting on a very unique show. I'm here with Evan over here, and let's get in a little farther here because it looks like you're in the middle of rehearsals, which you are, but you're also watching a show that's in the middle of rehearsal. So this is sort of a show within a show?
Yeah, play within a play.
Yeah.
And it's sort of about the beleaguered nature of tech and how artists persevere through that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of butting heads and times of the essence. And it's about how we get there. The audience is going to get to be like a fly on the wall.
Well, right, and I know what you're all thinking right now. Boaz, do you have any food allergies? No. They're all thinking, why are you all wearing these big headsets? And that's like a part of the show. Everyone in the audience gets these headsets. And in fact, Alex was supposed to be here. He's one of the people you're going to hear on the headsets, but I don't.
Here, I can talk to you
Okay.
through this. Hey, Alex, we're here right now. Are you in the theater at all? Are you around?
Yep, I'm on headset. I'm backstage. I'm headed out front right now.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll see you soon.
Oh, I see.
there you go.
There he is. So this show is pretty unique, and it must be pretty meta as you're rehearsing, sort of being in rehearsals. Hey, Alex.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you. So what are some of the, I guess, unusual parts of being in a show that's about a show? It seems confusing because there's a director on stage, but then there's also the actual director off stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of holds, and we're like, wait, is that a real hold or is that in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's a great story because the process of putting together a show is filled with drama and tension, and are they going to pull it off?
Right.
And so having this story that's about that process has been really fascinating to put together, and I think is fascinating for people to get that look behind the scenes at how a show comes together.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you feel like, as people who are involved in shows, is it feel accurate? Is it ring true?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome that they get to see people that you don't usually see in a show, like the backstage people or the lighting designers. And I think like theater is more important like now than ever. And so getting to see this, all the important factors that are happening, is gonna widen the audience's perspective of this art form.
And it feels like a unique opportunity for Pittsburgh audiences because this show is sort of technically demanding to put on because you need everyone to have a headset. You sort of need to produce it in a few different ways, and so it's sort of exciting that we get the opportunity to see this show, and it's impressive that Quantum's pulling it off.
Yeah, it has been really technically challenging to put together. It's very immersive. As an audience member, you're wearing one of these headsets, you're hearing the chatter between the technicians. Sometimes a technician will be backstage, but you can hear them here.
Right.
Sometimes they're on stage, or one of them is on stage and one is off. Meanwhile, the actors are on stage and they're trying to figure out the scene that they're rehearsing, and the director is there giving feedback on it. So you're hearing these different things happening all around you, and there's some moments that are almost like a symphony, right? Like where you can sort of tune your ear to one conversation and then let it drift over to another conversation.
Yeah.
There's some really beautiful overlaps that happen, and also some moments of like really interesting chaos.
Right. And I want to talk about the space. I have never been in this building in Oakland before, the Mellon Institute, and this theater is pretty incredible. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. The building, the Mellon Institute, is very architecturally significant. The exterior of it contains some of the world's largest columns.
Wow.
That's where Batman fought Bane.
Oh, wow. That's fun.
It's true, yeah, The Dark Knight was filmed out there, right? Yeah, it's very cool. And this is also a cool opportunity for Pittsburghers to step inside this building. Normally, the building is not open to the public.
Right.
This room originally was a recital hall for scientists.
Huh.
They built this building as a place where they wanted to attract top talent, top scientists from all over. And they said, by the way, there's this cool perk, we know all you scientists like to play the violin, you like to play the piano. We put a recital hall here in this research building.
Wow.
So you can play recitals for your friends and family and for each other.
Odd thing. I never would have imagined that exists.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what a cool opportunity to be in here, and I'll let you get back to work because you're clearly still painting the set over here, but I know you open April 3rd, and this is sort of a rare opportunity to see this show, so go buy your tickets.
Yeah, opening night's already sold out, so people should jump on it if they want to see it.
Oh, it looks like such an amazing production and a really cool space. 10 out of 12 opens tomorrow and runs through the 26th at the Mellon Institute in Oakland. We'll have more information about the show on our website. Well, ahead on Talk Pittsburgh, we've got some good news to share today, including 2 rising stars from the region making the next step to become the next big name on Broadway. Welcome back. Thank you for spending your afternoon here with Talk Pittsburgh. Ahead this half hour, it's a double dose of tech talk. How Meta's big bet on VR became a big flop. And we're seeing more AI actors on the big screen. The latest is a very recognizable face. But first, let's get into some good news that has us talking. Good news if you're looking for something fun and creative for the kids. The Legacy Arts Dance Project in Homewood is growing its dance programming. They're launching a 12-week youth dance collective with styles ranging from hip-hop and ballet basics to West African and contemporary for kids ages 3 to 10 years old. And for adults, there's also a new Afro movement dance class on Wednesday nights that promises a no judgment zone to just move and have fun. It's all part of helping people in Pittsburgh connect through dance. And 2 performers from our area have been chosen as semifinalists in a national talent search. Maylee Orovitz from Gibsonia and Brett Barthélemy from Aliquippa are competing to be the first ever Broadway's Next Triple Threat winner. Maylee is a graduate of Oakland Catholic High School. It's amazing. And Brett is an alum of Lincoln Park Performing Arts School. You may recognize him from appearing on KDKA before. There he is teaching Daisy some moves. We wish both Maylee and Brett the best of luck. Well, a few years ago, the company behind Facebook made a huge announcement about the future of technology. The idea was a fully immersive digital universe where people could connect, work, play, and experience life online in a whole new way. Here's how CEO Mark Zuckerberg introduced that vision back in 2021.
To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta. Our mission remains the same. It's still about bringing people together. Our apps and their brands, they're not changing either. And we are still the company that designs technology around people.
Now, that announcement set off a massive push toward building this virtual world. But since then, the road hasn't been exactly smooth. There are questions about whether the metaverse vision is evolving or fading. Joining us to explain what's happening behind the scenes and screens is Dr. Jess Galani. And so I'm so happy that you're here to break this down. Just really quickly, what is the metaverse for people who don't know?
Yeah, so the metaverse is kind of like a virtual reality simulation. It's not entirely new conceptually. There were things like Second Life and The Sims that existed before the metaverse, before Meta decided to kind of invest $80 billion in this technology. It was really where Zuckerberg saw the future of tech going, and I think he made a bad bet.
And Sims, I remember playing that. It was a game, right?
Yes. Yeah, so these are games. These are, the Horizon Worlds platform is what Meta has, and that was what they made the big announcement about. And it's basically like a space where you can be a developer, you can kind of start your own game and create. It's not dissimilar from Roblox, except rather than being on mobile primarily, it's actually for like serious gamers that have the big gaming computer and like the headsets and all of the big monitors and stuff.
Okay, thank you for breaking that down. But there's something that's happening with that, and it's not exactly what people had planned for.
Yeah, so Meta had announced that they were going to be sunsetting Horizon Worlds, I think in June or July, and there was a massive backlash among the very passionate users of this technology, of this kind of platform space. Right. So what they did instead was the next day they said, okay, we're not going to completely get rid of this, but we are pivoting our focus to be on mobile. So it sounds like they want to, if they're going to kind of take resources away from this technology and maybe pivot to try to be a competitor to Roblox, because there's a big difference in the user base of those two platforms.
Okay, so in this metaverse, I mean, they, like you said earlier, they invested billions of dollars in this. So that means they thought that this thing was going to take off.
Yeah, I mean, they centered their entire rebrand around it by calling themselves Meta. And $80 billion is a massive amount of money. They have about a couple 100,000 active monthly users. That sounds like a lot on its surface, but to give you a comparative figure, Roblox has 100 million active daily users. So there's a lot of room for them to get better.
That's a big difference. So, I mean, why are aspects of this being shut down? Is it just people are just not using it?
Yeah, it cost them so much money that they decided that, their future, they think that the future is in AI, and that's where a lot of other competitors that they see as their peers have invested their money. So they want to stay competitive, and the metaverse isn't it.
Okay, all right. So how can we interpret all of what's happening? It seems like there's a better thing happening on the block, as I would say.
Well,
like there's something else happening here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the focus on AI is a mixed bag, because so often I'll look at the comments on their platform of Facebook, and people will be like, this is AI, or I don't believe this to be real. And the kind of explosion of AI has really called into question our trust in anything that we see. So if we're trading the metaverse for a lot of AI content that is unverifiable and maybe slop, I don't know if that's a great bet.
I know.
But it is where a lot of those tech companies think the money will be.
I kind of feel like we could have just stayed in the metaverse. Seems like a little safer. All right. Well, you're going to stick around for a conversation later. Still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, we're checking in with our KDK News team for your first look at the evening news. Plus, a new film is using AI to bring late actor Val Kilmer back to the screen, even though he never filmed a single scene. Dr. Jess, she's going to stick around to break down the technology and the debate behind it. That's next. What if Hollywood actors didn't have to say goodbye to its biggest stars? Artificial intelligence is opening the door to something that once seemed impossible, bringing back actors to the big screen after they've passed away. In fact, a new film plans to use AI to recreate late actor Val Kilmer in a starring role. It's a development that has people both fascinated and a little uneasy. So what does this mean for the future of movies and television? And where do we draw the line? Dr. Jess Galani is back to break it all down. Please give us a little background on how all of this came to be.
Yeah, so Val Kilmer unfortunately passed away. He had battled with throat cancer for a while, and he had been cast in a film that the director had been producing for a number of years already, and just kind of getting everything in place before actually filming. And he was very reluctant, the director, to recast that role. So they received permission from Val Kilmer's estate to create an AI avatar of Val Kilmer. And that is going to be one of the stars of the film. I think it comes out later this year.
I'm just so. What do you think about this? I mean, because I'm thinking in my head, like, would Val Kilmer, would he be okay with this?
It's really hard to say since we can't ask him, but I do think that we have some indication that Val Kilmer was on the cutting edge of accepting AI being a presence in the industry. Because for the film Top Gun Maverick, he was going to reprise his role as Iceman, the character that he was in the original Top Gun film. And at that point, he had had a surgery that altered his voice permanently. It was a part of that throat cancer treatment. And he was nervous about how it wouldn't sound like himself. So he actually worked with an AI company to use archival footage of his voice and create and generate a new voice. So he acted in that film, but his voice was artificial intelligence generated. Yes. And so to me, it says that he kind of sees a place for this. I imagine that losing your voice I mean, he could still talk, but it sounded very different, was probably a really difficult predicament to be in. So in that way, artificial intelligence brought back a part of himself that he longed for.
Yes, it was helpful, right? So he was already kind of in this space. And the question is, what concerns do people have about this? Because I know there are people on both sides of the camp here.
Sure. I think anytime there's a new technology that could represent a threat to existing labor, that's going to be a really difficult question for people. And I think, that could normalize it. Even if we have the permission, even if this is one of the most ethical examples of this technology being implemented because they have the permission and Val Kilmer was already kind of like on board with the idea of this, I think it does make it as though, okay, well, this is now becoming normal. And that could be a problem, especially for something like the Screen Actors Guild, like the unions of actors who don't want their talent and their art form to be taken over.
Right, that's their livelihood right there.
Absolutely.
How do you feel audiences think about this? Like, in watching a movie and the character, the actor is no longer living.
Yeah, I think audiences are extremely skeptical. There's public opinion polling that shows that 75% of people do not want AI to be extremely present in their art and entertainment. And I think it kind of makes sense that so many people are skeptical about it because film in particular, as well as other art forms, remind us of what it means to be uniquely human.
Yeah.
And it connects deeply with our sense of humanity. So if we are allowing technology to fill that role, it really does feel like a threat.
Yeah, well, my husband, he's an actor, and so I witness the hard work and the competitiveness in that field. And when he gets a role, he's just so excited, and he worked really hard for it. So I can't imagine that being taken away or him having another competitive element added on to what's already there.
Yeah.
It seems really unfair.
It really does. And I think it is, you know, when we see an actor personify a role, that's such a beautiful thing. I mean, we award it, we celebrate it, and we relish in it. And to have it become something that's automated, I hope that it doesn't become the norm.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's your take on this? But I think I'm understanding that, because for me it creeps me out a little bit, and I don't think that it's a good thing, but I know some people may feel a little different. But thank you, Jess. This was a good conversation, and let's have more. There's so much more, really. All right, well, Dr. Jess offers commentary on both tech and culture on her Instagram stories and Substack newsletter. We'll link you up to those on our website. And we're checking in with KDK anchor Christine Soren to miss tonight on the KDKA Evening News. Plus, investigative producer Tori Wigurski joins us to talk pet safety in the spring and give us a sneak peek of her latest investigation. We'll talk Pittsburgh. We'll be right back. Our KDKA investigative team is working on some great stories this spring. Producer Tori Wigurski is with me now. And Tori, I know the springtime, we are here. People have their pets, of course. We love our pets, and there's some safety when it comes to pets in the spring and being outside that you uncovered.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about things that aren't so obvious to most pet owners. Like when you talk about pets in the spring, everybody knows lilies are dangerous for cats.
Yes.
That is one of the number one things I tell cat owners. I have 4 cats, and so there are no lilies anywhere in my house. They're beautiful for Easter. You get them in Easter bouquets, you get them for Mother's Day bouquets. But even the thing that I learned that was so surprising to me, I knew the lilies were dangerous. If you have lilies and you put them in a vase of water, the water in the vase becomes poisonous. That's how incredibly dangerous lilies are for cats. They have, they can go into kidney failure. They can have life-threatening symptoms. No lilies in your home at all ever.
Okay.
But there are other things about spring that most pet owners might not think about. Did you know that mulch can be dangerous for cats and dogs?
I did not know that, but now that I think about it, I could see how that could be the case, because there's probably all sorts of chemicals.
There's chemicals, there's fertilizers. Fertilizers in particular, very dangerous for dogs. They can cause neurological symptoms and have lethal consequences.
Is that your cat, Tori?
That's Edward our Puro.
Oh,
he was our stunt cat for this story.
So cute.
I got to bring him to the veterinary emergency room in East Liberty, who were so generous to talk to us about this. I have had a cat be a patient at that emergency room. They saved her life. Edward here, Mr. Puro, was our stunt cat. He was in good health, and we just needed a cute little kitty to be our illustration for the story.
I love that.
And he did great, although he didn't meow. And
you were hoping for a meow.
Hoping for a meow. Let's put a little Karen up. Everyone can know his name.
So no fertilizers.
No fertilizers.
Yes, keep them away from that.
Cocoa mulch is dangerous for dogs because it's made with chocolate, and everyone knows chocolate is dangerous for dogs.
Yes.
But so keep your dog away from your kid's Easter basket, not just because of the chocolate, but sugar-free candy.
I have heard of this before because it's the artificial sweeteners.
Xylitol.
And the xylitol, yes.
Yes.
It's poisonous.
It is, and it can cause gastrointestinal upset. You can have a big mess in your house if your dog gets into it, and if they eat too much of it, it can be fatal. Damn. The thing that the vet wanted to impress upon us is that you, as the pet owner, know your pet best.
Yes.
You know what their behavior is. You know what their attitude is. If they suddenly start acting out of their norm, pick up the phone, call your vet. If it's overnight or the weekend, call the local vet emergency room. They're more than happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, so really good things to think about, Tori. So the next story that you're working on, this is about a mother who had some serious complications during a C-section.
Yeah, she's a local mom. She survived. I want to lead with that, not bury the lead. But she flatlined on the table after her C-section. Her heart stopped. She went into cardiac arrest because of something called an amniotic fluid embolism. This is an extremely rare complication, but it is responsible for about 10% of maternal deaths. And so she is extraordinarily lucky to have survived it. And she survived it because of a procedure. This was 2.5 years ago, but she was only the second patient that Allegheny General Hospital had used this particular procedure on in order to save her life. And it worked. And now they're being much more aggressive with it. They're taking this particular technology and the people who can use it to more hospitals and making sure it's available to more patients. And so that's what we're going to be talking about in the story. Her story is incredible. And the kicker, I'll give you a little spoiler, she's pregnant with her second child.
Oh, yeah, Yeah, well, it's amazing that she was able to survive and overcome that. But for me, immediately, the first thing I thought about is, you know, it's amazing to have children, and the birthing process is beautiful, but you don't think about like just how dangerous it is and how many things could go wrong.
Her story is extraordinary. She is an incredible person. She's an amazing storyteller, and listening to what she survived and what she went through, and then speaking to the doctors and the nurses and the care team who were there to bring her literally back to life and then shepherd her through the long recovery process. Just an amazing story from start to finish. But yes, we live in a country that has what we think of as very modern healthcare, but birth has always been one of the most dangerous things a woman can do, and that hasn't changed.
All right, well, I'm so happy to hear that she's pregnant, and yeah, that's exciting. Well, thank you, Tori. Looking forward to that story. All right, well, we're going to link you up to the spring safety story and keep it here for more investigations on the KDKA Evening News. All right, let's take a moment to find out what you can expect to see on KDKA TV News tonight at 4, 5, and 6. Christine Sorensen is in our newsroom with some of the stories our news team is working on. Christine?
Hey, good afternoon, Mikey. So here are a few of the stories. First of all, a twist in the Laurel Highlands School District saga. We'll tell you about a shakeup that just happened with some principals in the district and what the Fayette County DA is telling us about more reports coming in following the recent arrest of 2 teachers. And it's been 25 years since Three Rivers Stadium was imploded. But we're going to tell you how you can buy seats that used to be inside that stadium now. So we've got all that and a whole lot more coming up.
Well, Christine, you have to tell us more about those seats. That sounds like a really cool thing that any Pittsburgh spots or fans, they would want to have. Are they expensive?
Yeah, they're really not that expensive. It ranges from $25 to $75 depending on how much of the seat you want. You can actually get just part of the seat. We'll let you know how you can buy them coming up.
All right, that's really cool. Thank you so much. All right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We've got a lot to share with you before the end of the show. Now, we've already revealed our Talk Pittsburgh PTL Fried Up 4 Wing-a-Ding bracket. Now, these are the final 4 wing spots voted by you. Now, only one from each side of the bracket will make it to the finish line. On the Talk side of the bracket, we have Wings, Suds, and Spuds, and Inferno Pizza. And on the PTL side, it's the Steel Plate and EB Wings. So our thanks to Dishberg for sponsoring this year's bracket challenge. So you're going to want to make sure that you watch PTL on Monday morning and Talk Pittsburgh Monday afternoon to learn which 2 spots won. I want to try them all. And tomorrow, it's something really exciting. I will be hosting PTL with David live at PNC Park to celebrate the Pirates home opener. I'm really looking forward to this. The morning news will be there too. Now, they invited David over earlier this week to try out a few jobs around the ballpark. I'm not really sure okay, so he's waving the flag there. Okay, he's doing okay. He's doing all right. So we're going to share what happened on PTL tomorrow at 9. I don't know if they gave him a job or not, but we will see. All right, David and I, we will also be trying out new food at the ballpark. Daisy will be checking out the new merch, and Rich Walsh will be there too to talk about how the team is shaping up. All of that is happening tomorrow on Pittsburgh Today Live at 9 a.m., and I am looking forward to that. All right, so as we wrap up today's show, we want you to know we will not have a new episode of Talk Pittsburgh tomorrow, and instead, Boaz, he's taken over. If you love Pittsburgh and you love mascots like we all do, you're going to want to gather the family because we are airing an entire hour dedicated to the mascots of our city. And we have so many mascots here, of which I didn't know. Boaz found them all, that we're going to need an hour. We probably need more time. So go inside the Pitt Panthers lair and see how Ammo kicks it. So grab your kids and grandkids and watch Mascot Madness tomorrow at 3, only here on KDKA. All right, we're back with a brand new Talk Pittsburgh on Monday. We'll show you a colorful cart that's popping up around town and bringing a sweet taste of Sweden to the streets. We're finding out what all the sugary hype is about when they roll into our studio. Plus, there are store-bought noodles, and then there's homemade pasta made the traditional Italian way. Daisy is learning the art of making authentic pasta and the history that comes with each form. That's one of the beautiful things about Pittsburgh, so much rich history and heritage. You're going to enjoy this one.